Guess the player from the club and jersey number. You will have 10 seconds to guess the player. There are 3 levels: easy, medium, and hard. So without further ado, let's get into it. Did you guess it? It was Jude Bellingham. Now guess the next player. It was the Dutch defender Virgil van Dijk. Here's the next one. Number 9 for Bayern Munich. Who could it be? The answer was the English striker Harry Kane. Now guess the next player. Number 10 for Inter Miami. It was actually their captain and arguably the best footballer, Lionel Messi. Now try to guess the next player. It's the Polish striker Robert Lewandowski. Now guess this player. It was the Brazilian sensation Neymar Jr. Here is the next club and jersey number. That was Portuguese GOAT Cristiano Ronaldo. Now guess the next player. It was the Norwegian striker Erling Braut Haaland. Now try to guess the next player. That was the Madrid's and Brazil's winger Vinicius Jr. Guess the next player. It's the Croatian midfielder Luka Modric. Now let's move on to medium difficulty. Wasn't that easy? It was the Uruguayan striker Luis Suarez. Try to guess the next player. That was the Belgian and City midfielder and captain Kevin De Bruyne. Now let's move on to the next player. It was actually the South Korean winger and Spurs captain Heung-min Son. Now guess the next player. The answer was the Egyptian king Mohammed Salah. Now let's move on to the next player. Number 8 for Manchester United. It's their captain and star player Bruno Fernandes. Guess the next player. The answer was the French striker and former Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema. Now guess the next player. It was the coldest player on planet Earth, Cole Palmer. Now let's move on to the next player. Number 66 for Liverpool. It was their English wonderkid Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now guess the next player. The answer is the English winger Marcus Rashford. Now try to guess the next player. That was the Uruguayan midfielder Federico Valverde. Now let's move on to hard difficulty. Was it hard? That was the Gunners captain and the Norwegian wizard Martin Odegaard. Now guess the next player. The answer was the nicest football player N'Golo Kanté. Now guess the next player. That was the German wonderkid Jamal Musiala. Now try to guess the next player. Wasn't that easy? Number 7 for Arsenal is of course the English winger Bukayo Saka. Now let's move on to the next player. The answer was the Argentine winger Alejandro Garnacho. Now try to guess the next player. Was it tricky? It indeed was. That was Ousmane Dembele. Now try to guess the next player. That was tricky as well. That was the Spanish wonderkid Lamine Yamal. Now let's move on to the next player. Number 10 for Spurs is worn by none other than James Maddison. Now try to guess the next player. The answer was the best player to ever play football, the Brazilian sensation Antony. Now try to guess the next player. That was the Spanish midfielder Pedri. Now here is the bonus round. Did you guess it? Give your answer in the comments section and we'll see you in the next video.